Hello, hello, hello. I know it has been a long time. It's been a minute since I last have been on here. And I'm here today. Clear that screen. Yeah. I don't know about the lighting, but the lighting's kind of off. It's weird. You know I'm at work, y'all, right? I'm always at work. I'm always at work. Why? Because work is a great place. And what are we getting ready to do? My face. A little bit, but not entirely. Oh, I should have. Gosh darn it. Okay, I don't care about that. Alrighty, so the title was something about greatness. Was it? I don't remember because I wrote it like 30 minutes ago. And now I'm getting ready to just tell you go be great. Because you should be. You should go be great. A lot of people aren't going and being great, and I don't know why they aren't going to be great, but you should go be great. You should really go be great. It's good to go be great. And if nobody told you today to go be great, I am telling you today to go and be great. They didn't give me what I wanted. I'm doing my face today because I am at work and I forgot to do everything before I left the house. But we're about to get zhuzhed up really, really quickly. Ah, that's bitter. Bitter, bitter, bitter. So much bitter. So, in the event that you find yourself saying, I am missing it, why am I missing it? I recently had a discussion with a friend and we were just talking about how she felt and like just feeling like, something's not quite right. Something's a little missing. What can I do to like get over this little thing that I'm doing, right? That she was feeling. So we were just chit chatting or whatever. And I said, well, like my one of my mentors, Lakeisha Michelle, had said, this is what makes her get out of the bed. And if you yourself can figure out what that is for you, it makes all the difference. Mm, it's so fun. Um, what do you need to do that's going to make you get out of the bed? Can you figure that out for yourself? And that's all you got to figure out, and that's going to help you be great. Now, you might say, like, how is that supposed to just be the most simplest format of going to be great? It's the simple format because I'm missing something. It's a simple format for going to be great because if you know that one thing that's going to make you jump out of the bed, you'll get up out of the bed every day for that. Every day. And it can't be related to necessarily a person per se. I don't necessarily recommend that because when that person's not around or that person is gone to go do whatever they need to do, and now you're like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? They were the reason I got up out of the bed every day. Why would you get out of the bed for a specific, particular purpose beyond one person? You know what I mean? Don't tie it directly to like, I hate to say it, but like, you know how people will do stuff because they're in a relationship? You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the one that's sitting there like, well, the reason I do it is because of in this relationship. That's a bad idea. You got to figure out what is it that you're going to get up and get out of the bed for every day. What is that for you? Yeah. What is it for you that's going to make you get up out of the bed every single day? And when you can come to that actual answer, it'll be easy. It'll be super easy for you. But I don't know what that is for you. But you got to discover. You got to write it down. One easy way is to take all the things you enjoy doing, whatever those are, or the things that you aspire to go do, and then figure out when and where you're going to go do them. You can put a date to it. Like, there's a song in the movie Five Heartbeats. They're saying, what is the song? It's the part where it's the brother and the sister singing, and it's like, if we don't ever believe, nobody else will. We've got to reach down and grab something inside. No matter how hard it gets, we haven't finished yet. Over and over, okay, right? So go like find that clip of the movie when the brother and sister are singing that song. But that's what you literally have to do, even in trying to figure out your greatness. Because it's dwelling on the inside of you. But if you never take a step in going towards doing it, you might go no. So you might as well go ahead and do it, right? I think you should. I absolutely really do think. Oh, shit. Poke myself in the eye. Trying to get cute right quick, okay? On the fly. Cute on the fly. I'm getting ready to go have lunch, that's why. I'm getting ready to go have lunch, and I want to be cute while I'm eating my food. um, so with whatever it is that you're trying to discover or per se like figure out or whatever it is, I don't know, but reach down on the inside of yourself and then like pull it back up out, because if you do it, no one can like rob it or take it from you. But it's a process that everybody doesn't take the time to like initiate for some reason, and I think that's where, that's where we fall off. That's where we got to say, okay, I want to do A, B, C, D. That's where you got to write it down. You got to write the vision, write it down, get a piece of paper, any piece of paper, doesn't matter, and write down every single thought. That I was spilling mascara on the floor. Write down every single thought, idea, or whatever that comes to mind, and then go pursue that thing. Figure out how you're going to go about pursuing it. And don't be discouraged by anything that is like, well, I don't have the money for it. No one said you're supposed to have the money for your vision when it's a vision. It's just what it is, a vision. It's an idea. There was this guy, I can't remember his name. I almost want to say it was the founder of Dole, but he would stand outside this one particular I don't know if it was it Dole. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But there was this man that would go outside this closed diner all the time. And then one day this businessman came and said, if you had that diner, what would you do with it? And he told him. And he had like this whole plan written down and all that. And the businessman was like, okay. And literally helped him open up this diner because he had a written down vision of what he would do if he could do it. And you never know who God might send you or put in your pathway to be a blessing towards you, towards your vision or whatever. But if you don't have anything written down, how is it supposed to like even become like, you know, viable, that it's worth them investing in, because they can trust that you are going to go about and bring that thing and be, you know, diligent in that task, because that's all investors really are looking for. Investors are trying to see, like, of course they want it to be a big amazing idea where it's going to make them money, da 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 da. But what about the fact that investors are pretty much investing in you because you are showing them a level of like um I guess the word like tenacity, and they can trust that you're gonna bring about this thing and do this thing and it's gonna be great. I mean, it's one side business plan, other side you. Let's say it's just 50-50. 50-50 vision, 50-50 you. That's what the investors are looking for. I mean, you could if you don't think it's true, then try it out, test it and see what happens when you go and like present people with it. I know that people draw their brows on, but one day I was in the car and I literally only had about I had I had just randomly grabbed a couple items, and since that day I stopped carrying like over I don't carry. I used to have a big like makeup bag, caboodle, whole thing, and I would put on all these different stuff. But I don't know what happened a few years ago, like probably like a good shoot, like 6 years ago, probably, I grabbed what I knew I just needed to put on my face right fast. And I've been doing it that way ever since. Oh my gosh. I think the last time I ever did my face was probably 2017 or 18. Yep, 2017 was the last time I did my face. I have not put on a full face since 2017, except for like special occasions, like okay, but like everyday stuff. My everyday makeup is literally what I'm doing right now. Nothing else. Back to greatness. Back to you. Pursuing what you need to pursue. Alexa, volume 5. Girl, you loud. Alexa be loud. If you have an Alexa, you know what I'm talking about. But Alexa she be loud. And they be like, girl, can you calm down somewhere? Calm on the down. Ooh, I think that's a little bit too much right there. Yeah, it is a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's okay. I'm going to have a good time at lunch. All right, so about you reaching down inside of you, writing your vision and being prepared, being ready. Because in life, you might come across somebody that just wants to invest in you because you have like great ideas, and they're investing in the fact that you believe in yourself enough to just write it on a piece of paper. There was this building that I love. I love this building. Like, I seriously love this one particular building. I think I'm so cute. I am. I'm beautiful. And I love you too. So that's to you. um there's this one building that I have been like infatuated with for forever. I will never forget the day that I discovered the building, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this building is gorgeous!" It was built a long time ago, and it's super gorgeous building. I love the building. And then somebody came along and bought it. It was abandoned for years. It was abandoned for like a very long time. Somebody came, they did the whole shebang, and I kind of like what they did, but then there's parts where I said I think you might have missed the mark when it comes to this area and that area. But hey, they bought the building before I did, so I can't complain, right? But here's the kicker. When I'm looking for something that I cannot find, the kicker is when I found that the building had become for sale again. I said, "Ooh, my favorite building in the whole wide world is for sale." And I said, "I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna go walk around it and just envision and imagine all the various different things that could possibly become of this building. It's the most fantabulous building in the world, and I love it. I really do love it. I'm not gonna front. Like, I love this one particular building so much. I really do. It's still for sale. Thank God. Thank God. But you never know. Like, I don't have it with me because I'm at work right now, but I have an entire vision plan written down of this one particular building, of what I would utilize each floor for. It's got 4 floors. And I have a plan. I have a whole plan. And at some point, either I'm going to come into the money for this building, or God is going to send an investor to invest in my vision. But you have to be prepared either way. Like, rather I come into the money myself to be able to have this building outright, or an investor comes along and says, "What's your vision?" Yada, 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 yada. Here it is, baby. I got it. Why can't I find it? It's always that one thing you are looking for and you can't find it when you want it. And that's what life be like. That's what our journey to our dreams and goals. You just like, there's one thing I'm looking for and I can't find it. But where is it at? And I digged a little deeper. In my bag. I digged a little deeper in my bag and I found it. I bet you if I digged a little bit deeper, I'd find some earrings in here too. Because I want some earrings for lunch. Thank you for being a part of my shenanigans while I do my face before I go take my lunch. Don't know where I'm going for lunch. Don't have a clue. But I will be going somewhere to lunch. Um, what about figuring out this, like the one thing that's gonna get you to the big thing? So I have a really cool mentor as well who talks about there's your big, like there's your vision, your goal, your dream, your like that this is what I'm after right here. Now, in the process of the thing that you're after, you you're like you coming across it, coming across like getting to it. It can be challenging. It can be like a struggle. It can seem like it's this prolonged process of you know getting over there to the other side, and you sometimes will wonder, well, when do I get to have that? When do I get to really walk in that thing and like be able to just enjoy? Give me a second. I gotta focus. I gotta focus for a second, y'all. I gotta focus. You just go in right there. Get that little brow section. If you can hear my music, I'm listening to Limo Blaze. I love his music. He's dope. He's hype. Very hype. Very, very, very hype. Um, I know it's like super daytime and I'm going like on a full on heavy makeup look right fast, but this is what I want to do. It's so random. So random, random. Girl, you are super cute. I just want you to know you are amazing. You are fire. And that's how you should talk to yourself. You should talk to yourself like, hey, what's up? You the bomb. Get your act together and start acting like it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all should do that. Have pep talks. People don't do pep talks with themselves enough anymore. You do a good pep talk with yourself and you'll realize, like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, babe. That's what's up. I'm hitting everything. Um, I feel like I'm missing something. I just don't know what it is. Probably need my earrings on, but we're not gonna worry about that because I'm not about to dig to the bottomless pit of my bag. Ooh, that's a good name, bottomless pit. Um, that one thing. So there's one thing that will answer everything else that you're trying to get to. Pretty much is what we're at. But what is that for you? What's the one thing that you could do now that will get you to where you really want to be? There is one thing that you could do. There is one thing you got to figure out, and it's simple. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. I repeat, it's not complicated. It's very simple. But there are times when you have like a bottleneck, and you got to get past the bottleneck. When you can figure out how to get past the bottleneck that keeps you kind of like at this like stagnation phase or whatever, where you're just like, how do I get beyond this right here? What is that one thing that I'm searching and reaching for that's gonna help me get over there? You got to look for it and don't make it hard just to get to it. Yeah, I think I want to go more brown. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. When you at work, you be doing the most, right? Because I do the most when I'm at work. I like it. I do. I love it. I'm finished. I'm not doing anything else. No, this is enough. This is enough. This is enough. This is enough. Okay, so about your greatness, about figuring out what you're going to do, how you're going to get there. What is it? So let's just say you've taken the time to write it out, right? You wrote it out. You wrote it out, you made it plain, you made it simple, you simplified it, and you didn't take forever to do it either. You just sat, wrote it out, did it, and you're like, okay, what's the next steps? What am I going to do? They say to take the lowest hanging fruit from here. Great, got it stuck. Take the lowest hanging fruit. What is that for you? What is the lowest hanging fruit that you need to go ahead and start doing? And you're going to have to be willing to stay committed to it once you do decide. There is no option to be like, well, I decided, but I'm not, receiving what I thought I was going to receive. That is the perception you are now making yourself believe that, okay, I started, I'm not receiving, I'm not getting what I thought I was going to get by taking the lowest hanging fruit of this. Granted, there are situations where you're like, okay, this is not what people want. People aren't looking for this right now. Sometimes you have an amazing idea that needs to be allowed to know that it exists, but yet people have yet to have a need or a want for it. It's like something that's out of season. If it's summertime and you're trying to sell people blankets, yeah, it's not going to seem like anybody's buying that because it's out of season. It's not the season in which you might get a few bites here and there where people want it, but it's summertime. They're not interested in buying blankets. Unless you're like the type of consumer that likes to buy out of season, which means your price is going to have to be a little bit lower in order to convince those people that that's what they need to be buying from you. You could say it's a hit or miss in that sense, but you got to just pay attention. If you base everything on seasonal item that people are looking for, so if it's summertime, there's the possibility that it could rain. So yeah, selling umbrellas makes sense. Um, you have flip flops. People need flip flops in the summertime. People need suntan lotion in the summertime. People need lotion in general. Perhaps, just depends on what type of, we'll leave that alone. You got to figure out how you're going to go about your level of, how to put it, so that one thing that you're trying to get to, right? Where are you going to make that necessary thing that you're going to do so that you can go get the one thing you're trying to reach down and get? The discovery process. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the discovery process. So you take that one, you have the one thing that you're trying to do, your big whole idea. You take the lowest hanging fruit thing that you have that you can actually go out and produce and do right now. And from there, whether you make it yourself or you buy it at a great, amazing wholesale rate, preferably from the actual maker of that thing itself, so that you can get the best return on your investment in this case scenario. You know what I mean? Like, so you can get the most for your money, the biggest bang for your buck. Okay. You want to go to the source. If you can go to the source of where it comes from, voila. Go to the source of where it comes from, and you're going to be 100% more better off at achieving your the goal of where you're trying to go. So with that being done, you're now sitting there and you're saying, okay, what's the next process? What's the next phase? That's when you go back to what you have written down to see, like, okay, what's the steps for me to get to where it is I'm trying to go? You know that, okay, at this point, I'm taking this lowest hanging fruit and I'm going to do this one. I'm going to push this entirely through the discovery process and make this thing become something more substantial. And you're going to have to be diligent and consistent with it in order for it to fully become what you need it to be. Pause for 1 second. I'm about to put you on mute, boo. I do apologize. Okay, this is better. I like this. This is so much better. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so we were talking about, so you got you're going through like the discovery process of whatever it is that you're currently making or offering whatever service or selling something, right? Whatever it is. And in the discovery phase, that's just a random name I came up with. This is not like a if the way I explain it works for you, where you understand, cool, run with it, fly with it, make it happen, make it do what it do. So, I'm about to mix my papers. Can't mix these papers up. Okay. What was I just saying? Cat slab it. I don't lost what I was trying to say. Okay. The discovery process, you figuring out what you're selling, how it's going to work for you, what is going to make it do what it do or whatever, right? And you're diligent with it, you're consistent with it, so that you're able to accurately understand what's happening when people buy what, how they buy the things that they buy. Okay, what's my next step? Your vision of what you want to ultimately do shows you your next steps. Because if it's working with what you're selling, it'll answer the financial need of what that takes. Because it's a numbers game. Everything is a numbers game. Numbers game. Number game in the sense, not that, like, it's that, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you. So if you know your goal, your big goal, like, okay, so I'm using myself. The building that I desire to have is listed for like 200K. It may be a little bit more, something like that, depending on what day you look, right? Because the market is being more fluctuating right now. So the building I want is 2K. I can base what I'm currently doing, which is just Rockwell alterations. So I'm doing alterations, and depending on how much I make every month can go towards me knowing how I'm going to be able to buy the building, right? So you break that down. It's a numbers game. How many alterations of doing only hymns do I need to do so that I can get the building? How many coat alterations should I do so that I can get the building? How many hymns on wedding gowns do I need to do? How many alterations specifically per category will get me closer to being able to get to the goal of having this building that I desire? And you can do that with anything and everything. You sit down, you pay attention, you look at what it is you're trying to do, what it is that what's the financial cost. But it's a numbers game. The numbers game is the sense that one number that I'm trying to get to is 200K. The other number game that I'm playing is the number of alterations that I do, which is what I'm using over here. My lowest hanging fruit is doing alterations, and then I can take those numbers that I get from here and apply it to this number over here where I want to get the building. And once you can pretty formulate all of that together and come up with what you need to come up with and make it pop, make it do what it do, make it drop it. I'm sorry. I'm very giddy and excited and happy. But that's how you can go and go about in achieving something that you're going after. Is that my I see a garment hanging on the rack and I think it's mine, and I've been missing that garment for a minute. Do y'all be forgetting y'all clothes at dry cleaners? Do you forget your clothes? You should go pick your clothes up at the dry cleaners. If you happen to be a person that goes to the dry cleaners, certain clothes you really should. My cousin had gave me some bomb pants one time and I loved them, and I thought I could wash them. It said dry clean only, plain as day. I ruined those pants. I'm so sorry, cuz if you are watching this, yeah, I ruined those pants. I ruined it was the perfect business slack pant that you could just throw on casual or dressy. They were black. They went with everything. I ruined them because I wanted to wash them instead of me going ahead and taking them to the dry cleaners. And now I take a lot of things that say dry cleaners on. Anything, especially your silk. If you have any silk shirts, silk ties, do not wash that shiggity yourself, okay? Save yourself from washing it and go take it to the dry cleaner. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to. And that's another thing about it. You don't got to do everything with what you're trying to do. Like my whole 200K that this building costs, I don't have to depend on just doing my alterations to get to that 200K. I don't have to sit there and be like, well, to get to 200K, I need to do 100 wedding gown alterations off rip. I'm pretty sure that's like maybe an average. I don't know. It depends on what they need done to that dress. But, doing 100, let's actually play with the calculator. Where is it at? Because I'm not about to do it in my head at the moment. Let's just say I do 100 wedding gowns. Usually, depending on the type of alteration that's needed, you could average about $100 per wedding gown, give or take. It just depends. And we're going to do. No, that's not wrong. No. So I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to take. You can't see that, can you? You can't. Nope, you can't. Nope. We're going to take 100 times 100. $100 times 100 wedding gowns, and that'll get me to 10K just like that. Now you might say, well, my thing that I'm offering, the service I have, isn't that amount. So now this 10K, so you would subtract 10K from 200K, right? No, 200,000. What am I talking about? 200,000. No, 200,000 minus doing 100 wedding gowns at $100 a piece. I am then looking at $190,000 to go. Is it doable? Yes. That's a lot of wedding dresses to do. That's a lot of wedding dresses. Ooh. Yeah. And you can't have the mindset of, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Then you hire a team. What's wrong? Stop flickering. Okay. Sorry. My bad. My connection was acting funny. At some point you realize you need to hire. Let's go with you do house cleaning. Like maybe you charge $100 per house to clean, and then you hire 2 people or 1 person at a certain rate, and you have to make sure you're getting a certain amount of houses cleaned every week at that fee, of course. You know what I'm saying? And you would, if it was just me cleaning, I would charge $100 to clean a certain amount of rooms with a certain amount of filth, if that's doable. Or I might charge a little bit more. I don't know about this $19 people be charging to come and clean nobody's house. I'm not cleaning nobody's house, not even my own, for $19. I clean my house for free. But yeah, charge accordingly for the services that you are providing. All right. Do not cheat. Do not cheat yourself at what you provide to do. Don't make that mistake. Remember, you are great and you deserve being paid what is, with the job that you do. You really are. So don't not do it. Yeah. Don't charge what you can pay. Charge what it's worth. Charge what the service you're providing, the information you're giving, yada yada yada. Charge what it's worth. Charge what it's worth. Hey, charge what it's worth. Charge what it's worth. Hey, charge what it's worth. Charge what it's worth. Charge it. Hey, charge. Okay. All right. That was enough, right? I know. It's okay. This is me. This is just me. I do have some work to do that I should probably go do really fast and then come back. But I'm going to go eat. I don't know what I'm going to eat, but I'm going to go have lunch. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be delicious. And as delicious and amazing as my food is about to be, that I'm about to straight smash right quick. You are that great. That's the whole point of why I got on here in the first place, because I just wanted you to know that you're great. I just wanted you to understand and start to believe again in you, believe in your dreams, keep chasing your dreams, keep going after your dreams. Yes, your dreams can sometimes seem very as if they are intangible, but they are tangible. Your dreams are tangible. Yes, they're far off and you're trying to figure out how to get to them, but you can get to your dreams. Don't doubt the possibility of what seems impossible to achieve or acquire or have or do. It's all within reach for you. You just got to keep going. You have to keep working towards it, being diligent consistently. And then at some point in time, it happens. But if you don't stay diligent and consistent, how do you expect it to come about? How do you expect it to come to you? It will come to you, but the only way it's going to come to you is if you decide to be consistent, if you decide to be diligent and learn along the way, adjust when necessary, pivot as according to what needs to be pivoted. I design clothes, but I offer alteration services, even though I can design clothes. I can design a garment from scratch, from beginning to end. But now there's other things that I could do. I can do alterations to things that people have. I can also make patterns for people if they need a pattern made for something, but they don't need me to actually make the garment. You see that? You could do that too. Think about what you know how to do, boo. Whatever you know how to do, take that thing and then say, what else can I do with it? Or if you say, like, I don't have any skill sets per se, or I don't really know how I can utilize whatever because you just haven't had the exposure to understand or figure that out yet, which is okay. It's nothing wrong. That's not bad. But what are you going to do from here? How are you going to then decide where you want to go? Or here it is. This is a recommendation I made to a few people, and it has worked for them. They were saying that they needed they needed flyers for something, and I told them, like, okay, let's go on Canva. Canva is it's an app, but it's also online. You go to canva.com. You go on Canva, and you will see like all these different flyers that you can make, logos, head letters, all whatever you can do graphic wise that you would need. I don't think you can vectorize on there that I know of, but you can definitely come up with whatever flyer design it is that you need, or logo, whatever. You can go on there, do it yourself. And once you play around with it, you'll see how it functions and all that good stuff. Offer the service that you needed for yourself to other people. When you offer that service to others, then it's like, okay, I got something here that I can utilize at my leisure, just in my spare time, or because like I'm trying to get somewhere. Like if I wanted to say, okay, how many logo designs do I need to offer so that I can get to that 200,000 that I need for the building? At what price? Like what package did I need to design, create for people? Like, come to me and I'll put together your flyer of X amount of flyers that you need and want, plus the design fee, plus my labor to go and print it out. But all you're going to do is just go to like FedEx, Kinkos, or Staples, or Office Depot, or whatever printing place that you want to utilize, and have them printed out, and you're charging for a service fee of you going to go and do that. All you did was take down the information that they needed put on the flyer, and then you charge them to design it, which is your labor. If they want you to actually send them the flyers itself, you're going to take the time to send that over to whatever printing store company, charge an additional little fee extra because you got to do this work. You charging a service fee. I'm providing a service because you didn't know how to do it, and I need to get paid for doing this. Now you're not going to rip nobody off. You're going to be reasonable with your additional upcharges, of course, because you should be. You have to. You're not doing it for free. You're not in business for free. You're not in business for free. You're in business to make money, boo. So make some money, honey. Okay? All right. Um, and then they say they want it delivered. Now, in today's time, you can get anything delivered through a lot of different companies. So just figure out, are you yourself going to go pick it up from the store, which means you need to now charge for your time, charge like at least for a tank and a half, depending on the distance, of course. And if it's out of state, then you have to charge the shipping fee rate. You just got to calculate all those little things. And then you add a upcharge, a reasonable upcharge, nothing astronomical that's just disrespectful. It shows that being greedy and money hungry. We're not here for that. We're not doing that. No, 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 no. You're going to do it respectfully. And there you go. There's a free business idea, hustle plan, whatever you want to do, rock it how you want to rock it. It'll work. It will definitely work. So it's up to you if you want to do it or not. I don't know. I would do it. I have done it. I've given that idea to a little over 6 or 8 people. And out of those, I believe 3 of them for sure have gone on to use that for flyers and created a business out of it. Because hey, you need some cash. You need some money. You got something you trying to get to, boo. There you go. People need flyers for lots of different things. You just gotta go and make that offer over and over everywhere. It's doable. Everything is doable and possible. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to take the time to go. Not It's not a question. It's, are you going to go do it? And if you're going to go do it, then do it. And don't stop until you're done and finished. Like, the reason I do alterations is because I prayed about it. I said, Lord, I need a job where I can use my skill set. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. I want to use my skill set of sewing from the age of 7 years old and make some money from it. That's it. That's why I do alterations. I don't do any alterations for any other purpose than this right here. There you go. That's it. I don't do it because there are some people that love it. I know a lady who loves to do alterations. She loves sewing. She said it's just what she loves to do. She just loves to sit there and just do hymns. She said it's calming, it's relaxing. Now, I ain't gonna say all that for me. It's not calm. Now, what's fun for me is designing a garment. Okay, selecting the fabric, and then there's a pause because from the time I have to map out the pattern and put it together and cut the fabric out and then start sewing the garment is a little bit where I'm like, okay, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Let's get to the fun part, which is the, idea, the inception phase right here, and then skip over the middle part, and then I'm back to fun when I go and I start putting the garment starts coming together. That's fun when the garment starts revealing itself, and it's like, that's the fun part. Oh my gosh, I get so excited. I recently helped with a friend doing a garment, and it turned out really, really beautiful. And the design that they had, and then just like the concept and how it all began to formulate, and then just being up to Skin30 in the morning. That was good. It was good. All right, so it's time for me to go have my lunch. I love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, continue to go after your dreams. Greatness is in you. You are so amazingly powerful, and you just gotta go for it, boo. Go for it. Go for it. Go get it. Make it happen. What? Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. What you waiting for? Don't wait. You ain't got nothing to lose, baby. You ain't got nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. So you might as well do it. And don't give me that, I lost when I did it last time. That's an excuse. And it's a sexy excuse. And it's not welcomed. So go ahead and pursue your dreams and your goals. And go be great. I love you. Mwah.